this video, we're going to discuss how you can use concept and exam review questions to earn star points to go towards the total number of star points you want in a star point assignment. Remember, there are 4 star point assignments over the course of the semester, and it's your responsibility to be working on each of the star point activities as they're offered to work towards your star point goal for each of the assignments. In our Piazza chat space, at the beginning of the semester, all students will be split into smaller subgroups of 5 to 7 students. And it's in these subgroups where 2 types of our star point activities will take place. One of which we're going to talk about right now. On Mondays, I will post 3 to 5 concepts or exam review questions to your small groups. And these are for each of your students to answer, member of the group to answer, and each member of the group is guaranteed an opportunity to answer the question. How might that be, you ask? Well, to show you, I have prepared for you your first 2 concept questions of the semester. So here's your sneak peek of pre-calculus. For our first question, it could be something like this. Give an example of a function and describe it using the 4 ways to represent a function. In this case, each student would post an answer to this question because each student will be expected to come up with their own unique example. No repeat examples are allowed. You can't just copy somebody's post from before yours. That's cheating, and that's you not doing the assignment. So this would be an example. For posting an example, each group member will be able to answer this question as is. Another question type might look something like this. Choose one of the 4 of the following functions. Sketch its graph by hand, give its domain and range. And our 5 functions are x squared, x cubed, the absolute value of x, the square root of x, or the function just x. Now in this case, the instructions to the question also kind of help us. But in this case, if there's ever a common set of instruction like this, followed by a list of functions or exercises to apply these directions to, your job is to only do one of these following parts. So, say you're a student and you want to post an answer to this question. So you go ahead and do this exercise for the function x squared. You post your answer in the Piazza chat space, and then you have laid claim to the x squared function. The other students can no longer post for this function in the Piazza chat space for credit. They have to choose one of the 4 remaining functions. This is the easiest way that we can preserve fairness for students being able to lay claim to functions, is to just use a first come, first served basis. You are still welcome to do all parts of the questions on your own time, but you can only submit one of them for credit. So you will want to make sure that you are keeping up with this as the week continues. And if you ever have any questions about how to complete one of these assignments, do not hesitate to contact me via email or in office hours. When you submit a response, the good news is any response you submit is guaranteed to get you 1 star point. It will only be worth 1 star point if there is some sort of an error or your answer is not complete. A complete answer means that you've shown all necessary work to support your answer. Because, as we'll see this semester, math is more than just did you get the correct final number. It's about a process. If your answer that you post is correct and complete, you will get 3 star points. Now, if you happen to get just 1 star point, don't worry, because you have a chance to make up those 2 star points that you missed. You will either be able to correct your erroneous solution that you posted, or answer an alternative question from the instructor, which I'll provide you on an as-needed basis. There is also another option that you have to earn star points in this star point activity, and that is to proofread the responses of other students. And if you see an error in one of them, post a comment about that error. If you do that in a nice and respectful manner, that could be considered a quality response. Quality responses we'll discuss in a future video for how those work towards star points. So when you go to make a submission to a concept and exam review question, there are also a few important rules that you need to follow. The first and most important rule, and this is for bookkeeping, is that you do not, I repeat, not make a new post. To answer a concept or exam review question from the instructor, you post your solution as follow-up discussion in the Piazza chat space. And there will be a separate video to show you what this looks like in Piazza. Remember, when you make this response submission, all of your posts must be anonymous. This is to protect you and your classmates and promote an open dialogue space amongst your peers and with the instructor. Once you make that post, other students or I might have a follow-up question about your solution. Any follow-up discussion to your response, you are responsible for replying to, and you're kind of expected to reply, just as a common courtesy. And if you give a quality response, you might even get some extra star points. So, the last rule about your responses is make sure that you also always have some form of work, some form of support, and not just a final answer. The process is just as important as the correct final answer. In fact, the correct process, in my opinion, is sometimes even more important than the correct answer. All concept and exam review questions each week are due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m., which, if you remember from the course introduction module, is the same time that the weekly topics assignment is due. So this is another reason why you will want to work on the concept and exam review questions along with the topics assignments throughout the course of the week. Don't wait until the last minute. It will not go well. Your future self will not be happy with you. So that is our first star point activity. In the next two videos, we'll see the other star point activities. Good luck on the quiz.